Hello everyone, so I have Miss Winona here with me today, and I'm going to do a video that I wanted to do for a really long time. I actually already made this video last week, but it just felt really disorganized and not very well put together, so I wanted to get another shot. But as you guys know, I absolutely love arts and crafts. Like, arts and crafts are my jam. I love doing them. And sometimes I sort of mix my hobbies and I like to make things for my reborns. And so today I wanted to share 10 things that you could make for your reborns. That would be a lot of fun. And I have done some of these projects myself, and then some of them I just thought would be really fun and wanted to share with you guys. So first things first, one of the easiest things that you can make for your reborns are headbands. You can use a variety of different materials, and I'm going to link a lot of projects down below so you guys can have a more full tutorial, since I'm not going to be doing actual tutorials in this video. But one way that you could do a headband that I have done many times in the past, I don't have any with me right now because I mostly made these headbands for my preemies or toddlers, which I don't have right now, but they are t-shirt headbands. So all you do is you just cut up a t-shirt, you kind of stretch out the fabrics, and then you can braid them or make like really pretty knots. Like, I think I have this sailor knot linked down below for you guys. That one's really pretty. Another thing that you can do is you can buy really pretty elastics. I actually bought this headband from a friend who made them. And she just got this beautiful elastic from Hobby Lobby and some flowers. And these turned out fantastic, just a little hot glue to put them together. And then another option is using pantyhose. Just cut a little part off of the leg and there you go. You have a headband for your doll, and then the bow is just hot glued on. Just a really cute little extra. And I'm sorry about the band-aid on my finger. I accidentally cut myself while trying to cut an onion, so now I'm being a big baby about it. But anyway, carrying on. Another really fun thing that you can make for your dolls are pacifier clips. So this is one that a friend made, and it has these beautiful beads which you can buy multiple places on the internet, and I think that you can also buy them at craft stores. I'm not 100% sure on that though. And it's just tied together with some string. However, if you don't have any beads, you could also use like a thicker ribbon to make a pacifier clip. That would be really cute. You guys could also crochet and do like a really pretty design for the middle of the pacifier clip, and then just kind of use like yarn to loop the pacifier on. I think that that would be an absolutely adorable accessory. You can make it in whatever color you wanted, which is really cool. I have not made any pacifier clips before, but it would be something fun, I think. Another project that you could do that would be a fun little accessory are bibs. Bibs are really easy to make just because they are just two pieces of fabric that you can kind of just sew together. And then add some ribbon on the ends. This one is a handmade piece. I did not make it, but I think it is a very pretty example. And there's lots of patterns online, or you can kind of make up your own pattern with this. I think it is really cute. Another option, if you have all boys and you don't want to make any headbands, you can also make hats. This is a beautiful, I think it's knitted. This is a beautiful knitted hat that I got from a craft fair. I absolutely love it. So you can either knit or crochet your hat, which I will leave a pattern down below for different sizes. So if you guys like have different sized dolls, you can make different sized hats, which would be real cute. And then I'll also leave a pattern for a top knot hat, which I think is probably the easiest hat to make. I have made a couple hats for my preemies. Yet again, I don't have them anymore because I gave them away when I sold the dolls, but I did make like a little bear hat like this for Abria. And then I also made a top knot hat, and I thought the top knot hat was a little bit easier. So I'll give you guys that pattern if you're kind of just starting out with sewing. I think that would be a great place to start. Another fun thing that you can make would be socks. I don't have any handmade socks with me, but there are some really beautiful ones. There were actually some at the craft fair that matched this blue hat right here, but they were just too big, so I decided not to get them for my dolls. But there are a lot of really adorable patterns out there for baby socks or baby booties for either sewing, crochet, or knitting, whichever you guys would prefer. Another thing that I love to make for my dolls, probably my favorite thing that I've made the most of, is nursery decor. I'm not going to leave like any specific Pinterest ideas because I think that it really just depends so much on what you want your nursery to look like. However, if you kind of want to look at my nursery as an example, I have the macrame wall hanging, which was an Amazon purchase, but I think you could still make one for sure. My little Rosy Reborns plate, which I just painted some wood and then added a cute little design that I created online. I also down here have a little mosaic that I made, so you could pretty much just add anything based on what your nursery looks like. I think it's really fun to look at some nurseries on Pinterest and then point out different wall decor that you can make yourself, because especially like if you guys really like drawing or painting, like this is the perfect project for you. And there's just so many different like materials and different things that you could use. When I was like really young and I was just getting my nursery started, I made a lot of like paper flowers, which was really fun. And I was only like 11 or 12, so they weren't the best, but they were really cute and they looked nice in the nursery. They kind of spiced it up a little. So there's like a world of possibilities there. And if you guys have made any nursery decor for your nursery, I kind of want to hear about it because I bet it is super cute. And then another fun thing, which is actually the first thing on this list that I have made, was a blanket for my dolls. This is a knitted blanket, and I used a YouTube tutorial, so I will link that down below. But I absolutely love this. It is so soft, and it's made out of squares, so you can make it as big or as small as you want. However, if you're more into crocheting, you could absolutely do a crocheted blanket, or if you like sewing, that is another great option. Even if you're just starting out with sewing, probably one of the easiest projects that you could start out with is the blanket, because all you have to do is just cut 2 even pieces of fabric, sew them together most of the way, flip it out, and then sew the end little piece closed, and you are good to go. However, if you don't have a sewing machine, I totally get that. If you still want like a fabric blanket, you can get some fleece, and you can tie little knots on the end all the way around so that it doesn't kind of fray or go open or anything like that. And you can pick out whatever type of fleece you want so that it can match your nursery or your doll's theme or anything like that, which I absolutely love doing. I love going to Joann's. So that will be down below as well if you kind of are having a hard time kind of like seeing what I'm saying, if that makes sense. I'll leave the tutorial down below for that as well. Another thing that I actually did make that I have right now is this baby nest, which is probably one of my favorite things that I've ever made for my dolls. I am so sorry, I'm going to cover poor Winona's face. But I just have this little baby nest with the cover that I made, so it can kind of be designed any way that I, want it to be if I change my nursery. And my pattern that I used for this is on my Instagram story. It's my only saved Instagram story, so if you want to go over to Rosy Reborns and check that out, you certainly can. However, if you want a more solid tutorial, I'm going to leave the one that I very loosely followed on YouTube down below, because I think that she actually does a really great job of describing how she did everything, and her result is amazing. So I think that that will be really helpful if you guys would like to make a little cute bed for your doll, because yeah, this is like my new favorite thing ever. I think it just poses the doll so cute. I love it so much. The next thing that I have on the list, which this is something that I've never made and probably won't attempt to make, but that is clothing for my dolls. The first one that I have on my list are like dresses and skirts, because I think that that is the easiest thing to make, because like I made a couple skirts before and I haven't had too hard of a time because it's like kind of just one simple piece of fabric with some elastic. or 2 if you're following the pattern that I have on my Pinterest. But that one's pretty simple, and then dresses are kind of just like one step up from that. You can kind of just add like, you know, the little bodice part. And if you guys don't like sewing, but you do like knitting or crocheting, there's also a lot of great patterns for that. Pretty much anything that you could sew, you could also knit or crochet in this list. So that is completely up to you, whatever you guys enjoy the most. For sure go for that. However, if you don't have a girl yet again, I think the next easiest thing to sew are probably gowns, especially if you do like sleeveless gowns. Those aren't too bad because you're kind of just creating one like big flowy piece of fabric with a little bit of elastic on the ends. However, I've tried making clothes before for like, not Reborns, but for other dolls like American Girl or ball jointed dolls, and I just found it to be so hard because I'm kind of a guesstimator. I'm not even gonna lie. When I was creating this really cute little baby nest, I did like approximate measurements. I was just like, I think it would be good if it was this long and this wide. And you know, it didn't come out exact to my measurements, but like it's just such a big thing that it doesn't really matter that it's like perfectly sized. Whereas clothing does, because if it's not correctly sized, it looks funny or it doesn't fit. So that's kind of an issue. So clothing scares me. However, if any of you guys want to try it out, please send me pictures because I love looking at handmade clothes. I think they are so cute, especially on your guys' dolls or real children. That would be fantastic. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If any of you guys are crafters and you have more ideas for anyone that's looking for fun things to make for their dolls, please put it down below. I would love to hear your ideas and suggestions to add to my personal list as well. And thank you guys so much for watching. I promise I'll do like a more exciting changing video next week, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this one and you have a great rest of your day. All right, bye everyone.